team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Look, 14, got it. Hey! 36 power.
Throwing is Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Prescott. To the right side and intercepted. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away?
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 68 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Giants 14, Cowboys 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And his guys will get the football right back at the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run forward with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Zebra. What? Front left. 14. Start.
Wilson. It's caught at the 10. That's all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gano the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Fires a slant, complete to Tolbert. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Prescott now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now it's signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the point after. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So 6 seconds, all that remains in this first half as the kick is away. Solid stiff arm. A nifty return there all the way across the 30.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
36 pounds. Go.
In motion, Slayton. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. The Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink you got to chill.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. To their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 65 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. Off the play fake, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Yeah, here we go.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up
to throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing. Prescott. And running with power here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are back within a couple of the lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try.
The Cowboys will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to run forward with Williams. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the two-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes this a 9-point game.
28. Cowboys 19.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Prescott to throw on fourth. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To the air again, Prescott. Right back to Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Second down at the 49-yard line.
Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. Another one is C.D. Lamb. He's got it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. In motion, Slayton. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Giants first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, alert! 12. Four down.
In motion, Slayton. To throw again is Wilson. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Front left. Hey, alert. 14. 18.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Wilson. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. In motion, Slayton. Wilson will throw again. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Here's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger from 13 yards out. And the Giants have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch right in front of you.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's got to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Now Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll come up now. This is second and long.
16 yards. It's second down.
Here's Prescott. He'll drop this down to Williams.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Now it's Wilson. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter, you're going to throw the football. Expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
A loss of 13 yards. It's second down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
14.
Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
25.
Wilson wants to throw it. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Savon Rebel. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
This is 1st and 10. Now Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Dak. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Now we'll get whistles, and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
We're going to 53. We're going to 54. Why?
One last shot now for Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Defensively here, you've got the question. Back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Yeah, we're going to go 46. Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.